The night before the wedding was supposed to feel magical, full of excitement and joy. Instead, I felt a strange heaviness in my chest as I sat by the window, staring out into the quiet darkness. My daughter, Emily, was marrying tomorrow, a moment every mother dreams about. I should have been smiling, overjoyed, preparing to walk her down the aisle to her new life. But something about the way the family had been acting around me, the hushed whispers, the quick glances, left me unsettled. When the morning came, I dressed carefully, choosing the dress Emily had once told me she loved on me. I looked in the mirror, reminding myself that this was her day, and I would not let anything ruin it. But as I walked into the wedding hall, the chatter fell quieter. My soon-to-be-in-laws barely greeted me, their smiles thin, their eyes cold. It stung, but I kept my chin up. Then, just before the ceremony began, I overheard something I was never meant to hear. Emily's fiancé, Daniel, was speaking to his parents in a low voice, but I was close enough to catch every word. "I wish she hadn't come," he muttered, his eyes darting toward me. "She doesn't belong here. After today, I don't want her involved in our lives." The words struck me like a knife. My hands trembled. My heart pounded in my chest. He was talking about Mimi, the mother who had raised Emily alone after her father died. I was the one who worked 3 jobs to put food on the table, who stayed up through the nights sewing clothes when Emily was a little girl because I couldn't afford to buy new ones. I gave everything to this family, and now the man my daughter loved wanted me gone from her life. I thought about walking out then and there, but Emily appeared, radiant in her wedding gown, her eyes shining with joy. She clutched my hand, whispered, "Mom, I'm so glad you're here." That one sentence gave me strength. The ceremony went on, and no one else noticed the storm building inside me. But as we sat at the reception, I saw the truth spilling into plain view. Daniel's mother raised her glass for a toast, her words dripping with arrogance. "To new beginnings," she said, her eyes on me, "where the past is left behind." Guests clapped politely, but I could hear the meaning clearly. I was the past she wanted erased. Then came the final blow. As Emily stepped away to dance, Daniel's father leaned toward me and whispered, "You've had your time. Let us take it from here. You should step aside. Emily doesn't need you anymore." Something inside me snapped. For years, I had kept silent. For years, I had swallowed insults, disrespect, and loneliness because I didn't want to cause a scene. But not today. Not at my daughter's wedding. I stood, my chair scraping loudly against the floor. The room fell silent, hundreds of eyes turning to me. My voice shook at first, but I steadied it, letting every word cut through the silence. You say I don't belong here, but I am the reason this day exists. I raised Emily alone. I gave her everything I had, and I will not be dismissed as though my life, my sacrifices, mean nothing. Gasps filled the room. Daniel's family looked horrified, but I wasn't done. I reached into my purse and pulled out a folded letter I had kept hidden for years. Emily's father, before he passed, had left it for me. In it, he wrote about how much he admired my strength, how he knew I would raise Emily to be extraordinary, that I read it aloud, my voice breaking with emotion. By the time I finished, tears streaked Emily's cheeks. She rushed to me, wrapping her arms around me in front of everyone. "Mom," she whispered, "I will never let anyone push you out of my life." The crowd erupted in applause, but Daniel's family sat frozen, pale and silent. Daniel himself looked ashamed, his eyes downcast. He hadn't expected me to fight back. He hadn't expected me to claim my place. I held Emily tightly, my heart finally steady. For the first time in years, I felt powerful not because of wealth or status, but because I knew my worth. They tried to make me invisible, but instead, I showed them I was unshakable. The rest of the night went on differently. Emily danced with me first, before she danced with her husband. Guests came to me, one by one, telling me how moved they were. Even some of Daniel's relatives approached with apologies, but I didn't need their approval anymore. I had my daughter's love, her respect, and that was enough. As I watched her smile, twirling on the dance floor, I realized something important. No matter how hard others try to erase you, the truth always shines through. And the truth was simple. I was never just the mother in the shadows. I was the foundation that held this family together, and nothing, not even arrogance or cruelty, could take that away.